Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back, and yes, welcome back. So hey, we're here. We're doing the winter solstice reading, doing an energy check, seeing what messages are available for you to come through at this time. And yes, this video is being recorded during the solstice. However, whenever you come across this message is when it was meant for you. And that means that it is a timeless message. That whenever you're coming across this video, there is something in it for you. So, winter solstice, I heard shifting, big shifts. I also heard breaking down to break through. Breaking down to break through. When I hear breaking down to break through, I think of this Pluto energy. And Pluto, well, I should say Scorpio. But Pluto is moving big. Let me clarify that. Venus is in Scorpio. So when I think of the planet of love, Venus, and Scorpio, the planet of death and rebirth, I'm getting rebirth and renewal. Rebirth and renewal. So being that Scorpio is represented by Pluto, it puts me in the mind of these shifts happening like Pluto. Pluto is that planet that moves very slowly, but when it comes through with a powerful punch. It comes through with a bang. Okay? So breaking down to break through. Rebirth, renewal, big shifts. That's a lot. I'm going to take them all back. Big shifts. So depending on where you are with the winter solstice, if you're in the southern hemisphere, then you're experiencing this in the summer. And the winter, the summer solstice would be the longest day of the year for you. And if you're here in the northern hemisphere, well then this would be in winter, happening in December 21st, and you are experiencing the longest night of the year. Too many. But I'm going to put this one there. So, a part of what I also got was divine consciousness. So this is where this Venus and Scorpio energy that is opposing Uranus and Taurus. And Scorpio and Taurus are opposite energies. And right now, there is this essence of divine consciousness, divine ascension, light body activations happening right now during this shift. Breaking down to break through. This is also that energy of fertility, fertility of hopes, fertility of dreams. For many of you, I heard seeds planted. So whatever seeds you've planted in whatever area of your life, whether this be in business, whether these are personal goals, thank you, whether this is family, relationships, romantic and or platonic, whatever seeds you're planted, it's like they're getting an upgrade, moving to the next phase. Just like as you germinate a seed and then it starts to grow and you start to see the foliage. Okay, so this is happening. It's like your dreams, your hopes, whatever seeds you're planting, they're moving to the next level, the next stage. Just as we are moving to the next level, the next stage, it's like Earth is also being upgraded. So as Earth is receiving these light codes and light activations, we too are receiving these light body level ups. Infusions of light is what I keep getting. As these infusions of light, these light body level ups, light body activations are happening, it's like the divine consciousness, the collective consciousness is accelerating. Ancient wisdom, regenerative wisdom. So with this regenerative wisdom, many of you may be having strange dreams, psychic development. There's like a rebirth and a renewal. And the dreams are coming forth because you're going through this activation. And so some would call these ascension symptoms for some of you. As this energy is going forth, many of you may feel the need to also slow down, like I was saying with Pluto. And I'm only thinking of Pluto because Venus is in Scorpio. So it's like Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is that slow moving planet, as I said. And so even though it's slow, it's powerful. So many of you are bursting forth like the seeds burst forth. The seeds you've planted are now bursting forth. Many of you, after this solstice, during this solstice into the new year, you're going to feel like there is energy bursting forth, bursting through you, bursting for you, for many of you. So if at any time you feel the necessity to slow it down, take time to slow it down like Pluto so that you can burst forward when it's ready, when you're ready, when the time has come. Okay? So let's get into these winter solstice messages about this shifting, this divine consciousness. Let's find out what your messages are. Okay, let me make sure I got everything before I introduce. No, I want to do two more. Hold on. And again, let your intuition guide you as I introduce you to the three piles. You may receive messages from one. You may decide that all two or three are holding messages for you. And remember again, even though this message is being recorded during the winter solstice, this is a timeless message. Okay? So, let me introduce you. To your three piles. Group number one, you have the soul's journey. Group number two, you have soul mating. And group number three, you have focus. Okay, so you can allow the image to speak to you. You can use the keyword, or you can just decide by 1, 2, 3. Maybe those numbers speak to you. The number here, though, is number 9 for group number 1, and that's your image. Key phrase is soul journey. Group number 2, this is the image again. The key word is soul mating, and the number is 34. And group number 3, the key word is focus. Here is your image, and the number is 37. Okay, so let's get right into these messages. Group number 1, your winter solstice messages about this shift that's happening and what these energies have for you. Your key word is soul's journey. You also have enter the Jade Temple. You have weave the future golden. Here we go. And you have sacred gratitude. You also have brilliant beliefs. You have psychic development, and we spoke about that as we were receiving your messages. You have everything is beautiful. You also have, it says, gracious receptivity. Your tarot cards are the Fool, and the Hierophant, and the Six of Pentacles. This says, what can I do to make a difference? Your crystal cards are the Lepidolite and the Petalite. Petalite and the Lepidolite. You also have the Aspen Spirit with courage. You have Thickets of Thorns with uncertainty. You also have Action. You have Upper World with Future. You have the I Am Presence. Love is your energy. Drum with Dream and Journey. Fire Guardian with Ignite Your Passion. Trader with Exchange Energy to create abundance. The Air Guardian. Anzus with Godmouth. and new moon with promise. I think we're in a new moon at this time right now. Don't quote me on that though. Okay, let me see. We gotta put everything on the table. So, group number 1. Perfect. Your new moon, new moon, could be your winter solstice messages is all about your soul's journey and how with these light body activations you're receiving more psychic development. You may feel an upgrade in your claircognizant. If you weren't before, it's like you have a knowing about things without even knowing how you know them. For many of you, this is going to clear up a lot of uncertainty as you move forward with courage. Many of you are moving forward and taking a leap of faith to ignite your passions. The Fool here. These passions that you're igniting are, for some of you, joining an organization. This could be religious, but this could be business. This is also you becoming more astute, more in depth in your psychic abilities. Many of you are now ready to speak the truth of your soul. You're now more engaged, like you're receiving these light body activations and you're now ready to take this journey. Many of you are starting like the seeds you planted. So this is how I'm getting it. For some of you, you're starting this journey. You're recognizing through these light body activations that things are changing for you. You have a deeper divine sense of consciousness and you're now ready to make a difference. What can you do to make a difference? So for some of you, you were uncertain about this, but it's like you're gaining more clarity. And the way that you're gaining more clarity, especially with your psychic development, is you want to move in this energy of love. The things that make you cringe about the world are some of the things you're wanting to change. Hence the Hierophant being here. You've learned some lessons and you're no longer in fear. And so what you've learned, you're wanting to show to others in the energy, in the essence of love. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? It's like you guys are wanting to give back. Equal give and take. Yes, you've been through some things, but you saw those things not as something to be down about. You're learning to see the value in the lessons. You're seeing where there is even something you can love about the struggles, about the pain, about all the lessons that you've learned. And now you're ready to give back. Give back in a very purposeful way. You're ready to exchange energy in order to create abundance, a more abundant life for you, but also a more abundant life for others because they can learn from your mistakes. And this is in the essence of you making a difference in someone else's life, big or small. Because group number 1, it's like you guys are recognizing that because all of it, the big and the small, the big mistakes, the small mistakes, it all makes a difference. But it makes a difference in a way of you being courageous enough to speak your truth, to be willing to be vulnerable enough to express so that another may grow. In the essence of love, of course. This is a part of your soul's journey, and it's like you're weaving this golden thread into this light body thread, this thread of light, gold, essence. As we're all interconnected, the lessons you've been through, you're weaving them forward. I just heard paying it forward. the wisdom you've gained. And in this essence of paying it forward, it's like you're keeping the promise that your soul made for many of you. Even though for many of you, you were uncertain about how to do this. Should I do this? Some of you may have at one point even been a little bit ashamed of some of the things you've gone through. But you recognize that having the courage to share this and being in gratitude even for the lessons. See, the sacred gratitude here. And that's card number 50. So that's that transformation, that change that's happening. You recognize that even having gratitude for the things that felt like, seemed like, on the outside to others looked like they were going wrong, was actually something good still coming your way. And it's something good that was coming your way because it's allowing you to weave your future from the past mistakes. So it's like the past is helping you in this present moment. And this present moment then becomes a better future for you because of what you're doing right now in this very present moment. And what is it that you're doing, group number 1? You're having the courage, baby, to be vulnerable, to share, to teach, to grow, to love. Group number 1, many of you are drawing in new opportunities, hence this new moon with promise here. These intentions that you're setting, you recognize that that's the action you need to take. It's more of a mental thing, more so than being physical. And this mental is you having that courage to express your own unique essence of your soul. That's a part of your soul's journey. To call in and draw to you these opportunities through psychic development. So the action for you is not so much physical. No. It's more mental. It's mentally being able to see the beauty in everything and that everything is beautiful. That's also 32-5 again. That's that profound transformation, that Pluto energy, where things seem like they were moving slowly, but baby, when you come through with a bang. Kapow. You know? It's like, yeah, it's like that. So, as you're drawing in these opportunities, as you're expressing your soul's journey and your teaching, as circumstances and synchronicities are showing themselves to you, you will be able to enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance. Many of you are tapping into your I am presence. And this is where that greater abundance and bliss and creative fulfillment come forth. Because you're speaking the affirmations of I am creative, I am abundant, I have the energy of love. And then the second part of that equation after you speak the affirmation is you look for the confirmation. Even the smallest, remember we spoke about that. It doesn't have to be something so big and grand. Even the smallest of incidents that create that confirmation. So what does that look like when it comes to bliss? You waking up, expressing gratitude, and happy to see the day. Even if it's 20 degrees outside, the sun is still shining on that day, and it puts a smile on your face. The smallest steps of bliss. What does that look like abundantly? You woke up in health, the fact that you woke up, because some didn't make it to this day. Abundance. In whatever way, shape, or form that comes forth for you. The smallest of confirmations. So you speak the affirmations, and then you look for the small and the big confirmations, and then you do what, group number one? You give that sacred gratitude. Just a whisper of a thank you, even under your breath, makes the difference to show that love is your energy. Right now, group number one, the divine wishes to support and assist you in living your heart's truth. That's one of the reasons you have the soul's journey here. You guys are being assisted to ascend to the next level of your life so that your soul's light might shine more brightly on the planet. And this is going to help you, but it's also going to help other beings so that they're more able to live within their heart and with less fear. And that's why, group number one, love is your energy. This is where you are weaving the future golden. Because you don't only just want to see it for you, group number one, you want to give it in a reciprocity type way. When you receive, you're willing to share. And this isn't some way of doing something to get something back. No, it's that you know in this present moment, the lessons you share, the things you've been through, even your abundance, your bliss, your love energy, that it vibrates out from you. And as it's vibrating out, it's allowing you to raise your frequency, to elevate your vibration, and then it's raising and elevating the frequency of the planet as well. And group number one, that is what's up, baby. Look, y'all have a luminous life force, brilliant beliefs, and so it's taking you this courage and your personal power to move forward. But you can choose, group number one, to live a life infused with a golden energy of peace, the golden energy of prosperity, of joy, and of creativity. You guys have this energy under this solstice energy, where you're being infused with like this golden energy, and it's being woven into you at the present moment. And this present moment is whenever you're receiving this reading. It's like you're creating a tapestry, right? And you're weaving in this golden thread, and you're a part of this golden thread of the universe that's being weaved in at this present moment, especially with the choices that you're taking and with your actions. The actions that you make in this moment, you call into being the divine golden tapestry. And this tapestry is a future of bliss. Do you see the upper world here? This future of bliss is like the divine is saying, baby, you go, girl, yes. You go, man. You doing that thing. And they're giving you a pat on the back. And it's not to give you a big head, it's because you continue to stay in gratitude. So make sure, even for the smallest of things, you give the sacred gratitude. It's like, I feel like with you guys, with this change coming forward, you've learned that the lessons come, but you don't let it get you down anymore. I'm hearing someone ask the question, what can I learn from this? So as you guys are learning from this and you're becoming more aware that the trials, the tribulations, the struggles are actually opportunities, and they're here to assist and waiting for you so that you can embody a better future. Many of you are being assisted As you draw in those future gifts, as you're drawing in the future gifts into this present moment, this is because they can be more of use for you now. More use to the collective. More use to assisting you to shift your perception. As you're shifting your perception, there is something special waiting in the wings for you. For many of you, you can receive healing at this time as you're elevating your vibration so that you're able to receive more readily in your light body, more readily in your courage to move forward, so that you're not doubting and having any limiting beliefs, just knowing that it's like a promise, and a promise that's being kept. Moving forward without any uncertainty. And even if uncertainty rises, you're seeing it as a challenge and you're facing the challenge head on. No fear, but moving in the essence of love. What can the uncertainty teach you? Because we won't always know every step along the path, right? But that's okay, because everything is still beautiful. It's beautiful because you're still having the courage to take action. It's beautiful because it is assisting you in your psychic development. Card number 27. That's 9. The cycle is over of you guys seeing any struggle as a hindrance. You know that you can tap in and receive the guidance, the insight, the information, the ancient wisdom necessary. This is a part of your soul's journey. This is 9/27, and the card you chose was 9. So those cycles are over. Yeah, over. And now you're moving, elevating into a new level. Now, with this new level, it's bringing in this luminous life force for you. That's another 9. Card number 45. So that's 999. Many of you are now able to speak. Speak whatever you've been holding a secret wish in your heart about. For some of you, it could be to publish a book, to be a healer, to be a teacher, or to write, to sing, to attract a loving soulmate, a partnership, or to just spiritually awaken at a deeper level. It's like this light body infusion is bringing in these brilliant beliefs for you. And many of you are ready to take action. You are ready to jump all the way off the cliff. And you know what I feel like? You're going to sprout wings and fly, baby. Like, it's like what? A cliff? Mountain? Like what? You don't see that what? The divine has me here? Psychic development. I'm supposed to step off this cliff. Because why? It's a part of my soul's journey. You ain't know? Now you know, group number 1. It is your time to spiritually awaken at a deeper level. So if you feel the need to slow down, take a moment. Take a moment to feel what it will feel like for your heartfelt wishes to manifest right now in this present moment. Can you imagine the joy of it? Can you also allow for that joy to be such a normal thing that it is your foundation, where there is no more uncertainty? You just know that you know. Because what? Claircognizant, you know. You don't know how you know it's going to be all good, but you know. You may not know the next step that's going to happen, but you know it's still all good because you're keeping that love vibration. Love is your energy. Can you imagine the joy of it? Group number 1. Can you allow for that joy to be an ordinary occurrence? It's natural for you. It's not something that comes once in a while. It's your everyday, baby. It's like it is you. I am love. I am joy. I am bliss. Even when things go wrong, I am. Speak your affirmations and then look for the confirmations. This is how, group member 1, you begin to weave that manifestation into this moment. So be bold, be courageous, dream big, baby. Yes, imagine, visualize. What would it feel like to live your dreams right now, right here, in this very, very moment? What does that look like to you, group number 1? Because with this light infusion that's happening, with these light body activations and upgrades and level ups, it is now time where you're on this moment on your path, where when conflict arises and struggles emerge, these conflicts, whether they're within you or if they appear to be external, from relationships, situations, from others, you're knowing that this is a part of the experience of your life on this physical plane. But it's actually helping you to raise your vibration, to find unity, and still honor your individuality. Group number 1, that has been your winter solstice reading. Continue to have this sacred gratitude as change is happening. Letting go of uncertainty. The uncertainty came because it was a part of your spiritual lessons, a part of your growth for your soul's journey. Remember to keep love as your energy as you are weaving a golden thread of tapestry for yourself and for the future. Taking action on a mental level. Not so much about the physical, because it's tapping into that courage within you. And as you're tapping into that courage, allow it to shift your perception. Allow it to let you know that everything is beautiful, even when there is profound change happening all around you. For many of you, as you're going through this transition and these changes, remember your head and heart balance, the head and heart coherence. That's one of the reasons you chose the lepidolite as your crystal. The lepidolite is that stone that when there is transition and change, its strong vibrations can quickly activate your heart chakra, your third eye, and it can help you to transition away any sadness, any uncertainty, and lift you up with its strong celestial energy. You also chose that pediolite, and this is an angelic stone, which is usually used by shamans, but it's there to provide a safe environment, especially as you explore the spiritual plane. And as many of you are having this psychic development, you're exploring the mental planes. You're exploring the astral planes. So this crystal, the pedalite, can assist you with keeping your vibration high, and it's excellent whenever you're in deep meditation. This crystal is very special because it can help you reach back in time to heal old family wounds and to heal any trauma. And that's what many of you on your soul's journey have been promised to do, or came through to do, been passed the spiritual baton. For some, it's in relationship. For others, it's family relationships. Either way, it's to make a difference in someone's life, to make a difference on the planet. to take this leap of faith, become this spiritual teacher, become spiritually enlightened at a different level, able to give back everything you've received, this divine consciousness from the universe. Your soul's journey. You're here, you're doing it, you're on your way, and I hear kudos. Kudos on these brilliant beliefs and having the courage to embark on your soul's journey. There's not a manual for this human experience, not to have the optimal human experience. But one of the most potent points would be to keep gratitude. And group number 1, you guys had that sacred gratitude here. And that's what's allowing your experience in this present moment to feel more optimally elevated. And if not, then this is the encouragement. As you're moving forward on your soul's journey, is to keep that sacred gratitude. The gratitude is the backbone of all spiritual practices. Whenever we shift our perspective from what we're lacking, needing, desiring, wanting, we temporarily replace that survival mindset with the resonance of thriving. With giving and receiving, it's a two-way flow. Giving and receiving, reciprocity, a two-way flow. So it's never any shame in ever needing help or even to ask for help. Just like there's no, because you keep, how do I want to say this? Things go in cycles. So it's not every time that you're going to be the lender. Sometimes you are the borrower. But then there comes a phase where the cycle shifts again, and you come out of this stage of borrowing or striving into thriving. It's a two-way street, a two-way flow. And each allows space for the other. So gratitude, self-love, self-worth are all interweaving with the capacity to receive. Some of you, are you able to receive when others are wanting to give to you? Because many of you are used to being the lender and not the borrower. And sometimes when someone is offering you a hand, you're cutting them out of that flow because you feel like you can do everything yourself, or you just got too much pride to actually let someone assist you. I'm the big boss. I can do it. I'm supposed to be the lender. But everything goes in cycles. So it's not just about you. We're all interconnected. That's a message for somebody. Take it as it resonates, okay? Either way, together, the giving and the taking is what nourishes your soul with the gratitude, the self-love, and the self-worth. Step into your heart space by listening. Step into gratitude, being grateful for all, and noticing how full you start to feel. Tap into your I am presence and know that if you've ever needed any assistance, there is nothing to be ashamed about. It's a two-way flow. Sometimes you have more than enough to give, and sometimes you're in a space where you may need someone to give to you. That doesn't have to stop you from igniting your passions. That doesn't have to stop you from exchanging energy to create abundance. Allowing that two-way flow is what creates the abundance. Because if you're giving, always doing, then you're depleting your cup and you're not allowing anyone else to fill into your cup. Take these messages as they resonate. It's not for everyone. Continue to dream and journey, number 1, and speak your soul's journey. Whatever that is you came to be, to write the book, to sing the song, to dance the dance. Whatever your soul's journey is. Thank you for joining me. Group number 1, that has been your message during this winter solstice portal, or whenever you receive this message. Hey, group number 2, you chose soul mating. You also have Ivory Swan Goddess. You have the Veil of Shadows. You also have telepathy. Do you know some people do not believe that telepathy is actually a thing? You have dreams. You also have from scratch. This says internal explorer. And this one says luminous essence. Your tarot cards are the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. This card says, do I know all my strengths and am I using them? And this one says, how does my body want me to move today? Your crystal card is the fluorite. You have the owl spirit with wisdom. You also have the hummingbird spirit with joy. You have evolution. You have feathers with restoration. And you have the divine masculine. You have thoughts create your reality. You have Knight with be brave and honest. Your rune is the Algai's rune with elk. You have rainbow with blessings and river with movement. Okay, so group number 2, your solstice message is about things that are happening in your dream state and how your third eye is being activated at this time, especially with soul mating here. Now remember, when it comes to soulmates, it could be romantic, of course. Everyone thinks of a romantic soulmate whenever we think or hear the word. But soulmates is not just on a romantic level. A soulmate could be family. Soulmate could be a friend. Soulmate could be your animal. So take it as it resonates. Many of you are tapping into soulmate energy at this time, and it's because spiritual lessons are being had. This is card number 34, that's 7. And so you also have card number 43 here with the veil of shadows. So it's like light. If you look at this, the light, and this is a heart shape. The light of your heart is now being illuminated, and it's shedding light on your shadows. Those aspects of your heart where you didn't want to face the darker parts of you when it came to self-love and when it came to being in connection with others. 7 and 7. Some of you may have been seeing sevens quite regularly, but this is about shedding light on those darkest places in your heart. And that's what this solstice energy is bringing forth for you, group number 2. As this light is being shed, as your light body is being elevated, as this wisdom is coming forth in an accelerated rate for you, it's like your soul is blossoming like a lotus flower. And that's where this evolution is happening. Group number 1, you guys are realizing that those obstacles with soulmates, obstacles within self, were merely lessons on your path to love. The path to self-love and the path to love with another, platonic and or romantic. But just like a plant that outgrows the pot that it is in, when it's planted, group number 1, as the plant is growing and it requires more soil to spread its roots and to continue growing, your soul at this time is like that lotus flower in the mud, came out of the shadows of the mud and is now rising to see the sunshine so that it can grow and blossom, so that it can evolve past the obstacles of the mud, past the obstacles of needing restoration. And this restoration is when you will put it in a bigger pot. So it's like now you're receiving a bigger infusion of light into those darker places so that you can bloom bigger, better. It's almost like as you're changing pots, you're starting from scratch. But this is a good starting from scratch because your roots get to dig deeper. And so with this digging deeper, it's like you're gaining more gifts. You're receiving more wisdom. You're able to infuse and hold more joy. You're journeying through life from your heart, group number 2. And it is illuminating the darkness. Divine masculine here. The dark and the light. And it's like you guys are bringing this all together. This is what this solstice energy is bringing forth for you. And so with this coming together, it's bringing forth more blessings. And even though it seems like it's been some slow movement, like a lazy river, that's Pluto energy. It moves slowly, but when it moves, baby, it moves. And many of you, you're now moving. Moving because you're learning telepathic communication. Learning telepathic transmissions. Ways to communicate without words. Because you're communicating from your heart. And your heartstrings are connected. We are all interconnected. So yes, group number 2. In the spiritual world, all things serve everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our body that we may not think are acceptable. So those parts of you where you may have felt shame of your past, shame in your body, shame of things that have happened to you in the past, you're learning now how to evolve past these things, how these darker parts, these darker emotions played a part in everything. That they are actually nourishment for your soul. Just like the lotus flower in the dark, in the muck, in the mire. It needed that darkness to be nourished into the light. And that's what is happening for you guys, group number 2. Your soul craves to love and to be in love with all parts of you. So don't forget that we have masculine and feminine energy, whether you are a man or a woman. And some of you have been a little bit not loving your divine masculine aspects. First, dealing with self. So when it comes to yourself, some of you may have been taking actions that didn't necessarily balance you out. And if this is you connecting with the divine masculine, then some of you are now learning when, how everything served its purpose, and you're growing. Some of you are starting from scratch with a divine masculine, but it's coming in a more balanced way, and that's why it's a divine masculine, not distorted, not turned upside down. This new beginning is good because your roots are deeper. You're knowing more that your thoughts create reality, and so it creates a more balanced relationship, a more balanced connection. Consider all the parts of you, group number 2, that you may not be accepting. You may be experiencing an inner dissonance, and this is due to what you're trying to push away, your masculine aspects. And I get this with a lot of feminine because we've been told that we're too masculine. We're too masculine because you take action. So some of you have been pushing those parts away, pushing them down, wanting to be more, as they told you, feminine, but there's a balance. You didn't get this garden, 9 of Pentacles, by doing nothing. You had to plant the seeds, if nothing more, even if nature took over and did the rest, right? So it's about that balance. And for many of you, you had to learn your strengths. Learn your strengths and uncover them as you allow yourself to live and be led with your strengths in a way that it inspires you. And as you're inspired to use your strengths, to know your strengths, to not feel ashamed of your divine masculine energy, man or woman, but letting it inspire you, because they are a part of your soul's gift. And they're what you came to contribute, group number 2. So this is about the self-love, the deep compassion for self. Because as you have this self-love and deep compassion for self, it allows you to then resonate that out to others. But if you haven't found it within yourself, if you haven't balanced out your own divine masculine, then connecting with a divine masculine will be that much more difficult. So this is about bringing that balance of self, loving those parts of yourself that you were ashamed of or pushing away, so that now you can bring it all into wholeness with your divine feminine and your divine masculine, bringing it into balance, where you can shine through the shadows in the most graceful way, in a way where there's no fear within, accepting all your shades, all of your shades. So even the darkest parts of you, you now know how to balance it out with light, with love, on a more inner peace type of essence. And then it can radiate out. See? The heart, you start it within so that it can radiate out. Many of you, this is happening in your dream state. You're becoming more aware of your dreams, especially with this solstice energy here. Many of you may be having very vivid dreams. Some of you may not, with all of these dreams, with all of this energy, with everything that's happening, Some of you may be feeling a little shaky, baby, feeling a little bit off. But know that you're protected. Know that all things are happening to work together. It's like God having the whole world in his hand, and even this process. And the Algai's rune speaks of protection. So some of you were in your divine masculine energy because you felt like you needed to protect yourself. And there was an imbalance. Take it as it resonates. Like, some of you were like in your ego. Like, I got to take care of me. Nobody's going to take care of me like me. So I'm going to handle this the way I know how to handle this. But what it is now a restoration. With the feathers here, where you can soften that up a little bit. We're not going to kill the ego. We're going to soften it up and let it know, like, hey, you ain't got to go so hard, man. Relax, chill. We're not in this thing alone. We're all connected. And it's time for us to evolve. Thank you for wanting to protect me, but these obstacles, they're just lessons. And they're lessons as we're moving forward on this path of love. And the ego's like, all right, man, you sure about this? Like, I don't really know about this. This could be a little bit of a challenge because I'm feeling extremely uncomfortable right now. But group number 2, to engage with those aspects of your personality is what really loving and accepting yourself is all about. And this is what you're being guided to embrace right now. This process might be a little bit difficult. So if you feel like you need any help in this situation, if you feel like you need to take a class or seek some type of therapy or someone who's possibly been down this road, because we are all interconnected, then do so. Invest in yourself. It's time to allow the abundance to flow through you. You've been willing to give and invest in everyone else. Are you willing to invest in yourself, group number 2? Are you willing to transverse into those darker parts or those parts you feel ashamed of, and now start to do what? Give them love. And move in this energy of love. For many of you, you may consider yourself an introverted person. So, seeking out others is not as easy for you. Connecting even in community, it's like you've been doing this thing. You and your ego been hammering this thing down, and kudos to you, you've made it this far. But the ego usually moves from a fear-based aspect, and whatever you're thinking is what you're going to create. So if you feel like others are out to get you, group number 2, then that's what you're going to create more of. And this solstice energy is asking you to consider yourself, to find joy in whatever way, shape, or form, through sound, through music, through energy exchange like dancing, communicating with others. Many of you could benefit from finding that part of you that is peaceful, that is content in the moment with things exactly as they are, not always thinking about what you got to do next. When you stop looking outside of yourself and find that inner peace, when you surrender to the soft inner focus, you have more access to the unlimited divine wisdom that is coming forth through this solstice energy. But this energy, this wisdom is always there for you, telepathically, through your dream state, through your third eye and your intuition. But the energy is amped up through this solstice. So stop thinking that you can't access this multidimensional wisdom. It's here for you. It's coming forth and it's been amped up. Know, group number 2, that everything is there within you. Everything you need, every answer. But remember, your thoughts create your reality. So what are you thinking? Are they aligning to bring energy to you that is positive, to stimulate your crown chakra? Because you chose this fluorite crystal, and this is all about the crown chakra and enhancing the effects of the crown chakra, especially when you're in your dream state. For many of you, this is where this wisdom is coming forth for you. So during this solstice, your dreams, as I said to you, are going to be very vivid for many of you. Know that you are protected, and listen to your body. Listen and infuse more joy, more movement in whatever way, shape, or form that happens for you. Okay, group number 2, so that has been your reading. I want to thank you guys for joining me. And remember, you may find it easier to believe in the illusions of your unworthiness than to trust in your spiritual innocence. And the spiritual innocence is knowing that you can be brave and honest with yourself, even for the parts you don't like of you. There's always this wisdom to help you grow past that, to help you go through this evolution of these obstacles and restore the bliss, the joy, and the abundance, the blessings of the rainbow in all the colors of your soul. Okay? Thank you for joining me, group number 2. That has been your solstice reading. Let me stop. I'm going to keep going and going and going and going and going. Whoa. Okay. Hey, group number 3. Your key card, key energy, key focus, key focus. Key word to focus on was focus. You also have Dance of the Butterfly Queen. You have Idyllic Times, the Garden of Paradise. You also have Soul Healing. You have Bring It Baby. This says Third Eye Chakra. Your tarot cards are the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. All right now. Okay. This says, am I ready to let go of buried shame? Your crystal card is the Amazonite. You have the Wise Woman of the Grove. You also have Unicorn with Purity. You have the Bee Spirit with Prosperity. You also have Elevation. You have Flute with Expression. Okay. You also have Challenge. You have take responsibility for your actions. Medicine Guardian with be open to healing information. She-Wolf with unleash the wild within. You have Island with solitude. And Radio with will. Okay. Okay. Can't see that, but that's okay. Okay. So, group number 3. Your focus, well, I guess I should say during the solstice is what is it you are focusing on? Are you focusing on the challenges, or are you focusing on the good times? Are you focusing on this elevation that's happening and making a conscious decision to raise your elevation? What is it that you're focusing on? Group number 3. That's the question. That's the thing to focus on, since you have focus here during this solstice window for you. With the solstice here, many of you, group number 3, you guys are being bestowed with the blessings of healing and the empowerment of liberation. So this liberation may be coming for many of you in taking a trip. This could be a literal trip. For some of you, this could be metaphorically, and it's a trip within, a journey within. By going into solitude, taking time to self, especially during this solstice energy. If you feel at any point you need to go into a cocoon, or basically to be on an island to yourself, even though no man is an island, but you know what I mean. If you need to take this time to yourself away from others, some of you may want to do that by taking a trip to get away from family, friends, just a trip to with yourself. But for many of you, this is going within, and it's going within so you can tap into your inner wild. And this isn't in a bad way. This is that wild that allows you to say, oh, woo, woo, bring it. Like, what? You have bring it here. So you're saying to the divine, or at least this should be your energy as this profound. So as you take time to yourself, and then you allow, as this solstice energy is going forth, this can happen even up into the new year, where you're just like, bring it. Bring on whatever it is you got, divine. I'm okay with that. I am willing, ready, and able to take responsibility for my actions. I'm going to take responsibilities for my actions and allow whatever healing information comes forth to come forth. For many of you, I feel like this is going to come forth through the heart chakra, especially with all of this green. This side of the board and even the crystal you have, it's more of a green tone. So I get this intuitively that for many of you, this heart healing of the heart chakra and balancing it out is going to allow you through this solstice energy to have soul healing, to be able to fully express yourself in a healing way, in a more comfortable way, in a way that feels more elevated, in a way where you don't feel challenged to express yourself, where you're ready to let go of any shame, the feeling of shame. Because shame is one of the lowest frequencies. You're now ready to have this new beginning, speaking your truth, standing in your truth, feeling love, self-love, and then allowing that love to overflow. Many of you were wounded healers, wounded in heart, wounded in and by shame. And this solstice energy is bringing forth this healing energy for you. Healing at a deep soul level is what I'm getting for you, group number 3. So that you can stand with a pure heart and sincerely love of self, so that you're able to attract sincere love without. That which seems impossible, group number 3, now becomes possible. For many of you, this Amazonite crystal that you chose here, it is going to help you to dissipate a lot of the electromagnetic energy that's in the air, especially with this thunder here, lightning here. It's like there's a lot of electromagnetic energy around you. Now, some of this could come from microwaves and cell phones, but this is also like, I'm feeling like other people's energy. And that's why you're being encouraged to focus on you and your healing. This Nine of Wands is like those wands behind him were other people's thoughts, other people's actions. But that's not where your focus is wanting to be at this time, at least not through this solstice energy. Your focus is more on you and your new beginning. Card number 37, 7 and 3, total 10, 1. That's that new beginning. Focus on a new beginning. When you're at the Nine of Wands, there's only one more to go. Really, the 9 is completion, so we're not going to 10. 10 is excess. You're going to stop at 9 and have this new beginning. A new beginning of truth, of expressing yourself, of fully expressing yourself in your truth. A new beginning in love, loving yourself, self-love, being able to love others. A new beginning in unleashing the wild within you, in expressing yourself. A new beginning to elevate and make decisions. Conscious decisions is what I'm getting here. Decisions that raise your vibration. Decisions that make you feel prosperous. Decisions that assist you to heal the shame by bringing it to the light, to let it be seen, so that you can spread your wings like this little bee here and flutter around and fly and taste the nectar of life. The nectar of life that feels like healing water overflowing. And we know the water represents the emotion, so that's me taking me back to this heart chakra energy, this healing energy, and allowing yourself to find that place where you can observe the beauty and the peacefulness, the great joy, that's flowing. Many of you are in genuine need and are ready to now receive this healing information, this liberation. There's no limits, group number 3, to what's possible, especially with divine grace. It's now time for you to encourage yourself to be ready to receive healing information. For many of you, I'm getting like this is divine intervention. It's coming from a place of compassion, unconditionally loving energy. This divine intelligence is helping you, group number 3, to release what you have learned and seeing what you can take from what you have learned and now move forward. Many of you are being assisted out of certain situations, low vibrational situations, to be lifted up into a new vibrational experience. It's like you are truly ready to fly. Whether this is metaphorically, like a bee with its wings, or whether you're really getting ready to go on a trip somewhere. I feel like some of y'all getting ready to go somewhere. If you're planning a trip, leave it in the comments. Let me know if that trip was healing for you. Did you gain any healing information? What did you gather from it that you could share with others? Maybe you just found time to breathe. Breathe. For many of you, this is going to be a peaceful resolution, and it's divinely inspired assistance. This is coming, group number 3, so you can let go of deep feelings of unworthiness that require that you must continue to struggle with limited resources on your own. No, baby. It is time to step into prosperity on all levels, mental, physical, spiritual. To have grace with yourself, and you're being given grace in this situation to overcome these challenges. Y'all got that new group number 3, new energy, new mentality, new emotions, new love. Thoughts and heart. Head, the swords are thoughts, the mind. The cups are hearts, emotion. Head and heart, newness, coherence, balance. That's prosperity if I ever saw it. Take a look again, group number 3. You see these hands coming out of the clouds? That's divinely guided prosperity in thoughts, in heart, in mind. Yes. I just heard yes, baby. Hey, it's like an idyllic garden. You got the birds, the bees, even owls are in the trees. Can you see them right there? And those owls do what? Bring forth wisdom that you can focus on. And it's like you're saying, yes, divine, yes, bring it, yeah, just bring it. I'm ready, divine, just bring it, hey, just bring it. Yes, group number 3. Y'all ready now? Ready to express yourself? Ready to receive in gratitude? Let go of the heaviness of the situations, group number 3. Allow your heart to become light as air, as light as a little bumblebee, as it dances and flutters around. It's time to allow the universe to bring it, baby. Yes, group number 3. Y'all let me know about that trip, man. Where y'all went. Name some good places where some of us can go. And let go of that shame. Allow this soul healing to come. Allow this healing information to come. Soul healing information. Elevation, baby. This is that window of energy that is happening through this solstice for you, group number 3. Take it as it resonates. Thank you for joining me. Continue to move in purity of heart, mind, spirit, light body, soul. And remember, group number 3, 2, and 1. Well, group number 3, real quick. As you're connecting with your third eye and you're transcending all of this shame and anything that was keeping you in shame, as you're discovering your deep inner knowing and you're discovering more of an interconnectedness with the universe through this solstice portal, as you're discovering how all things work together, continue to tune into that wisdom and allow your intuition to unravel, to unfurl, so that you can move light in spirit, heart, mind, body, light body, and soul. Group 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Remember, always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And you know how we do it. Come on, sing it with me. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Yo, you've been here with Tonae Star. And you know what to do. Subscribe so you don't miss another video from me. And If you so feel that you gained anything from this reading, hit that like button. Guess what? It don't cost you a thing. Yo, thanks for joining me.